Everything looked the same. Since the moment I had dared to tiredly open my eyes, made my way into the living room, absentmindedly letting it be illuminated by the artificial yellowish lights that hung from the ceiling. When I went to change into day-appropriate clothes, and when I looked out of the window for the 10th time. The weather was strange, represented a part of me I tried to bury further within myself as every day passed, which in turn would then undoubtedly be unearthed by the disconcerting liminality, gloomy skies, and infinite clouds held. I disliked it deeply. Maybe because I identified with it a bit too much, could feel the grey mist stare right back into my eyes with the same disconnected gaze I held. Disjointed souls rushing through my vulnerable being, and the monotone sounds of rain making my ears ring with never-changing scenery. It was dark, but not really, considering it was still visible that I was going about the day. The clock on the wall was my only indicator that time was passing, and having to depend on such a benign object to invalidate this horribly liminal state I had been forced to wake up to was beyond dissatisfactory. I wanted to be able to form my own idea of what time it was, when it would maybe get dark. I wanted to get up, be motivated by shifting light, to distract myself, by improving my life in some way. But how was I supposed to conjure change within myself when everything around me seemed to be judgmental of the mere idea of moving forward? I couldn't tell if it was the early morning or late afternoon. Everything just looked the absolute same for a bit too long, and that simple, stupid fact made it absolutely impossible to even try to concentrate on something else. That was how I spent my day, trying to avert my attention from the still image outside, while the ticking of the clock was feeding on my sanity. Not even music being able to fully block out this impending sense of an infinity I wouldn't want to live in even in my darkest nightmare. Nothing was happening, and perhaps that fact was far more terrifying than my worst fear coming true. Never had I wanted for something to pass faster than this random day in this random week, floating midst some month in just another year I had to exist in this bleak life. Although not every day was like this, everything felt like this was the only thing I've ever known. That sense of stupidity was driving me to question things I didn't want to question, and I hated it. I hated it more with every raindrop I had to watch roll down my window. I felt numb, and for the first time in my life I wanted to feel pain. I just wanted to feel something.